Good morning, Newall!
And welcome to the middle school.
And to start today's daily news, we take you to Matt with football.
Sounds like a plan.
Because it's my favorite sport, and I've always wanted to go to the NFL.
Why is it your favorite sport?
I don't know. It's like contact sport, you know? Like, I don't know. I just like the way how it's run and how the rules are played.
Who inspired you to play football?
The Dallas Cowboys inspired me to play football.
Why?
Because they've been doing good for like 5 to 3 years in a row.
What types of things did you do at practice?
We did running drills, we did hitting drills, we did passing drills, running drills, like handoff drills.
How do you think you did this season?
I think I did pretty good.
Do you consider yourself good in football?
I consider myself average. I'm not the best because there's more people better than me in football, but I consider myself pretty good, I guess.
What was the best moment you had in football and why?
The best moment I had in football is when he was just laying down on the floor.
What could you improve for next year?
Probably running faster and hitting harder and trying to get my plays done.
Why did you start playing football?
Because I just really like the contact sport. It's fun.
Who inspired you to play football and why?
I'd have to say my dad. Because it's just something you can play your entire life, and you can play it the whole year if you want, but don't get cold. If you play during the winter.
What types of things did you do during practice?
We run, and we practice our plays.
How do you think your team did this year?
Good. Some of them, most of them.
Do you consider yourself good?
I consider myself okay.
What was the best moment you had in football?
All of them.
What could you improve for next season?
Being taller, so then I can play different positions.
Why do you like volleyball?
I like volleyball because I like my teammates and I like my friends in it, and it's just really fun.
What is your favorite thing to do in volleyball?
My favorite thing to do in volleyball is either serving or setting, just because it's really fun.
Is volleyball your favorite sport?
It's one of my favorite sports.
How do you think this season went, and what was the most difficult thing to learn?
I think the season went pretty well. I mean, we didn't do the greatest, but we didn't do terrible.
What's the most difficult thing to learn?
The most difficult thing to learn was probably spiking. I know a lot of people on our team struggled with that, or serving.
And what do you think our team had the most potential in?
Our team had the most potential in probably just like winning games, because whenever we put our mind to it, I felt like we really could do it.
Why do you like volleyball?
Because it's a team sport, and I think everyone's able to play, like they get the same playing time, and it's like an easier sport to learn. So, yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do in volleyball?
I like just passing it because it's like simple, and I'm usually like pretty accurate, and then we usually get a lot of points off of it, you know.
How was being one of the newer people on the team?
It wasn't as scary as I thought because all of my friends were on my team and everyone was super nice about it, so.
And what do you think our team had the most potential in?
We had a lot of potential to win. I think we could have won more games, but we just had like low self-esteem. We went on a really bad losing streak, so everyone just kind of didn't really try and they just kind of gave up, but our team is really good and I think we have more potential.
How did you think the soccer season went?
Well, we did have more losses than wins, but overall, I think we had a really good season because we worked well as a team and we communicated well on the field.
Did you score any goals? If so, how many did you score?
Well, I'm more of a defender, but I did score 1 or 2 goals, so my goal count is low because I'm on defense.
Is soccer your favorite sport?
Yes, I would say it is.
What do you think the best part of soccer is?
Well, I do like how in soccer there's a high tempo. You're always moving and running, except when it goes out of bounds. You rest a little while. But I like to run, so I like the fast tempo, and you're always running.
Were you on like C squad, varsity? Like
I was on C squad. It's 7th through 12th grade, so there's C squad, JV, and varsity. So being in 8th grade, the second most grade, I was on C squad.
So what position did you play? You said you played defense, but like a certain position, like
Mostly middle defense, so we have 4 defenders. I was mostly middle defense, as little as it is. But I consider myself a utility player, so I can play forward, midfielder, or defense.
Interview about soccer today. I have some questions for you. What team were you on? Varsity, B squad, C squad?
I played varsity this year.
Okay. How many goals did you score? And if so, how many?
I scored 9 goals this season.
What position did you play?
I played middle offense.
Okay. What was your favorite part about playing with older kids?
Probably just like the way that they like opened up to me, and like even though it was my first year on team, they were super nice.
Okay. Who was your favorite teammate?
I probably have to say with my good friend Maddie.
Okay.
She's really great above us.
I wanted to join cheerleading because it's a great way to meet other people, and I really wanted to do a sport in the fall, and I didn't really know what else to do, and I like doing stuff where I can yell. My favorite part about being in cheerleading is probably getting to hang out with all of the girls and stunting. The hardest part about being in cheerleading is probably I guess like when you first start, it's like difficult to learn everything because you don't get really taught it very well. So you kind of just have to pick it up. I base mostly, and that's the part where you lift people above your head. I would consider cheerleading a sport because it's equally difficult to other sports because we're lifting 100-pound people above our heads and stuff. And yeah, you're welcome.
I wanted to join cheerleading because my mother, she didn't follow in anybody else's footprints, and because it would be an opportunity to make new friends, and I like doing cheer. Definitely being around girls who can relate. The hardest part is probably like the first time that you join, like your muscles really hurt because you're not used to like lifting people or throwing people. Last year I did basing, but this year I did mainly like front spotting or back spotting. Yes, I would, because it can be a competitive sport. And why else would it, like, I think it is considered a sport. You're welcome.
What made me want to join cheerleading? My sister. Because she always talked about like how it was fun. My favorite part about being in cheer, stunting. What's the hardest part about being in cheer? When you're at games and you lose your voice, but you have to keep screaming. What part do I do while stunting? I'm a flyer. The flyer gets thrown up in the air. But I consider cheerleading a sport, and why? Yes, I would, because you have to work hard like any other sport, and you have to have strength, and it's just a sport.
Now we take you to Walden's interview with Kendra.
How long have you been teaching at New Public Schools?
Oh, since about 10,000 BC. This school here this is my 27th year at the New Ulm School.
How much could or can you bench press?
Well, back in my days, true fact, I could bench 405 pounds. Today I can't do that. I'm getting older now, but I don't still think there's a young buck here that could outbench me. Not even the Reuben.
Yeah, I can.
What inspired you to be a gym teacher?
I've always wanted to be a gym teacher ever since I was in junior high. I loved school. I never missed a day of school all the way to the day I graduated. College, same thing. I just enjoyed college. Didn't miss any classes. It's what I've always wanted to do.
What grade is your favorite to teach?
Middle school. 7th and 8th grade is my favorite.
It's because the Reuben is in there.
What is your favorite sport or activity to teach?
I coached them all. So I coached track here for 28 years. I coached football for 15 years. As far as teaching sports, I enjoy all of them here at the school with the kids. So that's where it's at, Reuben. Right there.
How about that for a weight lift? I wish I had some of those pipes.
Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah.
How did you get interested in music?
When I was 8 years old, I was in a church choir with my mom. We were Catholic, so it's all the traditional hymns and stuff like that. And I thought it was the coolest thing. I got to sing with all the adults and turn pages for the organist and the piano player. And I got to erase the whiteboard. So it was a big part of my life every week. And we'd have rehearsals on Tuesday because we did like harder music than a lot of churches do. Instead of like that only morning rehearsal, we worked pretty hard and sounded pretty good. So.
What's your favorite type of music?
I really like folk music, like mellow folk music is what I listen to a lot.
What is your goal as a choir teacher?
My goals, I would like to get to my choirs to going to festivals. Even though you guys are only 5 through 8, I think we have enough talent in our school that we could start going to festivals. And for you guys, that would mean most likely missing school, things like that, which would be probably fun for you guys. But I'd like to get to that point where you guys start working with other directors and things like that. So you see really how talented you are.
What would you change about your choir teaching?
I wish we could go back to boys and girls for 7th and 8th grade, separate choirs, because I think it's a lot easier and I can help you guys sing a lot better with being able to give you more time and more focus. And then I wish we had an accompanist because that would help my teaching a lot, because that's a lot of our problem is my piano skills.
When was your first concert?
Ever? 2014? 14. Yes, 2014.
What was your favorite song from our concert last year?
Ooh. I'd have to say for the boys, it was Run Around Sue, just because you guys brought so much energy and fun to it, and you had so much fun with it. For the girls, it'd have to be the Shakira piece, because you guys got moving, it really showed what you could do, and I think your parents were really impressed.
Now we take you to Isaac's interview.
What is your name?
My name is Isaac Blumhofer, and I'm in 8th grade.
Why are you in math league?
The reason I'm in math league is I just enjoy math. It's one of my strong suits, and I like doing math. I just enjoy math.
Okay. So there's math league and math counts. What's the difference between them?
So math league, so we start around September, and we have about 5 meets of math league. And then after that, we do awards for math league, and then math count starts. We have 1 meet. Last year's in NUMS. It might change, but we have 1 meet at math counts. And then after that, we go to MSU to have kind of a sections, if you would, and we pick an all-star team. So 4 people are on a team, and then so they pick people to, so in the top 4 individuals from that whole thing, there are about 100 kids there, go on to state, and then the top 2 teams go on to state as well. So that's kind of the difference between math league and math count.
Why are you in math league?
I'm in math league because I've just really enjoyed math my whole entire life, and it's always kind of been my strong suit, I guess.
Are you in any other related math activities?
No, not really, because, math counts. That's kind of related into math league, but yeah.
Okay.
So why are you in math league or math counts?
I just always loved math, and like I said, it's always been just my strong suit. So,
Okay. What's your favorite memory from math counts or math league?
last year seeing the All-Star team go and just state, that was pretty fun.
Okay. What is your name?
My name is Will.
Okay. Why are you in math?
Because I like math.
Yeah, that's a good reason. What is your favorite type of problem in math league?
My favorite is probably long division because it can be hard sometimes.
Oh, okay. Is math your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is science.
Okay, what do you like about science?
It's just fun and you learn about like how stuff works.
Yeah. What's your favorite memory from math class or math league?
Usually the practices are just like my favorite memories. I don't really have one.
My favorite part, there's several things, but probably my favorite part is how much the students know. I'm always amazed. And watching them all work together to figure out answers. There's lots of, and I guess the inside jokes that end up developing out of goofy answers that are given. So there's a lot of teamwork involved, and that makes it a lot of fun for everybody.
What types of things do you do for Knowledge Bowl?
For Knowledge Bowl, we practice once a week, and we basically practice what happens at a meet. We have question packs, and I will read the questions, and the kids work in teams of 5 or 6 to try to compete with each other and answer the questions as fast as they can. We also practice some written rounds, which are also part of practice, and it's basically a group multiple choice test that they get to do.
What do you like about Knowledge Bowl?
I like how you have to work together as a team and getting the right answer.
What types of things do you do in Knowledge Bowl?
We have 2 different types of rounds, a written round and an oral round. The written round, it's multiple choice test where you work with your team to get the right answer. In the oral round, you buzz in and you talk with your team, see if anyone has the right answer, and your spokesperson says the answer to the judge.
What's your favorite type of round?
I like the oral round better than the written round.
Do you like to buzz in a lot?
Only if I know I have the answer.
Do you get a lot of the answers right?
No.
What made you be interested in Knowledge Bowl?
One of my friends was joining, so I decided to try it out as well.
Did you like it when you first tried it out?
Yes, I did.
Thanks for your time.
What types of things do you do?
Everybody answers the questions, but I don't know. I think I'm more of an answering person than I buzz in fast, I guess. So.
How do you earn points at the meets?
You earn points either by the written round. Each one is worth 1 in all the rounds. So if you get an answer correct in the written round, it's obviously written. So then you turn it in and then get placed in a room because of that. The higher the room, the better. So like room 1 is better than room 18.
Way to solve the equation.
And now we take you to Mrs. Woodbury's interview in the math room.
Right.
What's your name, and tell us a little about yourself?
My name is Janelle Woodbury, and I teach 8th grade math.
Oh, cool. Have you always wanted to be a teacher?
Absolutely, ever since I was little. When I was little, I would be in 6th grade and I'd make worksheets for all of the neighborhood kids and I'd make them do them. So we kind of played school whether they wanted to or not. So I always knew I wanted to be a teacher.
Have you always liked math?
Yes. Yes, I think my love for math came in 6th grade when I had a teacher, Mr. Repish, and he was somebody that kept on telling me how good I was in math, and he kept on giving me opportunities to help other kids in math, and that's where I started loving math and thinking that I might want to teach sometime.
Most of the people know that you coach Math Counts / Math League. Do you think anybody in Math Counts any individual students are going into state for Math Counts?
I think they all have the opportunity to go to state, yeah. Do I think that we'd get a couple people in state? Do I think we'd have a strong enough team for state? I do, this year, yes.
Does anyone else in your family like math besides you?
My oldest son, Cameron, he probably has gone further in his math than when I was his age. It speaks to him. He's very strong in it. Tristan likes it too, although he'll never tell anyone about it, but he's also kind of strong in math too. I think that's because when they were babies, we were starting to multiply. Like, I'd turn everything into a math problem when they were little, so I think that's probably something that's helped with their math.
If you were to be any other type of teacher, what would it be?
It's a good question. I don't know that I'd be anything other than what I am right now. I don't think I have an answer for that. I think math is my niche. So.
Thank you for your time.
Hi, thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
I have a couple of interview questions for you.
Well, sure, I would love to answer your question.
How do you feel when a teacher or when a student aces?
How do I feel when a student aces their test? I feel very, very proud. I love that fact. When a student gets 0 questions wrong on a test, I feel proud of their effort, especially if I know they worked really hard to study and it's rewarding and it paid off for all their effort. Truly, truly rewarding. Likewise, when a student doesn't do well on a test and I know they worked hard, but they don't achieve the results they wanted to, I feel equally as bad. Because I want everyone to be successful, especially when they work hard to achieve what they set out to. So I don't know if I feel worse for a student that does bad or better for a student that aces or does really well on a test, because both are very interesting situations.
Thanks for that interview. Now we bring you to the counselor's office for Mrs. Sandersfield's interview.
Thanks. What made you decide to become a school counselor?
Well, first of all, I think I'm a firm believer that a lot of people don't ever really know what they want to be. There's just different paths that open up to you. I had no idea. I knew that I wanted to work with people, and so I applied to go to some grad schools, and I got accepted and actually had started doing mental health counseling, and then I had realized I was the only student in my program that wanted to work with kids, and so I got recruited into the school counseling program.
That's pretty cool. All right. What makes you different from them, all the other counselors?
I think some of the experiences that I've been through make me different. So a lot of times what I hear from coworkers in the same profession is that they go into it because, you know, they really liked their high school counselor and they were a good student and wanted to convince other people to be a good student. But for me, it was the opposite. I was never a good teenager. I had what I thought was a rough life when I was a teenager, and so I wanted to work with kids that had particularly hard lives.
What is the most interesting part about working here at this school?
For me, the most interesting part is that every day is different. Like, I never know what to expect. I can try to schedule meetings and stuff on my calendar, but every day is different, and every day I end the day going, wow, I did not see that coming at all. And so I enjoy getting up and coming to work every day, not knowing what the day is going to hold.
All right. Well, thank you for having this interview with me.
You are welcome.
Yep.
And now we take you to our new All Middle School principal, Miss Miller's interview.
So what do you like most about being a principal?
Well, I like working with teachers and students and the variety of the day. There's just a lot of different things that happen, and it's not, every day is different, so that's what's really fun, and I like having an impact on student learning and being able to support teachers.
Okay, so how did you get into this line of work?
Well, I started off as a teacher at a middle school. I was a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade gifted and talented teacher for 3 years, and then I went back, got my master's, and then decided that I wanted to be a classroom teacher, so I went and taught 7th grade language arts for 6 years, and then I went back to teaching the gifted and talented program for 2 more years, and then I became an instructional coach where I had an opportunity to go into a lot of different classrooms, all different subject areas, all different grade levels at the middle school level, and that got me excited about possibly becoming a leader at the building level, which would be a principal. So I went back and got my principal license and my educational specialist degree, and started looking for principal jobs and got the one here.
So do you think, like, in your opinion, what grades are difficult, like to teach or like to handle?
I absolutely love middle school. So 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, this is exactly where I want to be. I think teaching kindergarten would be very challenging because there's so many, they're little and they come in with a lot of different places.
They don't understand what's going on.
Right.
Okay. So what is your biggest tip for us students growing up and almost about to go to college?
That every year is important. So just because you might be thinking, well, I'm only 13 and in middle school and college is far away, just be thinking that everything that you do at this point in time will have an impact on your future, and that you really should continue to work hard and try as many different things as you can and get involved, and because this is a time where you can explore everything and then decide what you liked in the future.
A fun question, like a fun fact,
Sure.
we could like put at the bottom. What sports did you play in high school, or like any like special activities?
Sure. When I was in high school, I played basketball. That was my number one sport. I loved to play basketball, and then I ran cross country. I played softball for 1 year. But when I was a teacher, I did a lot of coaching. I coached cross country for 8 years. I did track for 10 years. I coached girls basketball for 13 years. So I do like sports, and I like seeing students get involved in a lot of extracurricular activities and things outside of school.
Do you consider yourself a track star when you?
No, I'm not a fast runner at all. No.
Okay.
But I'll shoot some 3-pointers with some.
Yeah,
I played
with
LaMarco.
you.
Yeah.
We play at the Jefferson.
Yeah, I think he beat
School.
me, but not by much.
My favorite school subject would be geography because you're learning about a lot of different places.
I have to say science because we explore a lot of different things and it's very fun for the students.
My favorite subject is science.
My favorite subject is probably math.
What sports do you like and what sport are they?
Okay, I like baseball, football, basketball.
And thanks for watching our first ever NUMS Middle School broadcast.
Yeah, we did it. Wow.